Yesterday for you and for me today, we have a Guru Purnima. This is a special day. Sun and moon are in the opposite sign, so this is the full moon situation. But we have 12 of them in the year, but one is special when the moon is in Sagittarius and sun is in the Gemini, because that axis, 3 and 9, it shows the guru-shishya. This is the transmitter, receiver of the knowledge. And these two houses will also be important when we will deal about the challenges to accept this epistemological framework. So in my case, it's already 21st year when I'm learning under my Guruji P.C. Larsen. 21 years, can you imagine? So much time. And my Aruda is in Cancer. My Guruji Ascendant is in Scorpio. Therefore, there is match. The Aruda which I'm talking here about is the mantra pada, the A5. So also we will notice that Param Guruji, Sanjayji, also is in the watery sign Scorpio. Even if you will see the Navamsha, also there is Ketu in the Leo in 9th house. Ketu again Scorpio and the Leo. In my Guruji case, there is a parivartana between Scorpio and Leo. So again, there is something. Now there will be situation when you will also work within that branch. Like for my case, I'm a full-time Vedic astrologer. This is my main work. So also in my Dashamsa, interestingly, Ketu is again in the 9th. Now there is an important distinction because we have philosophically, when we are talking about the teacher, which is what guru means, there is a siksha and a diksha guru. So the best way to remember that is that siksha is someone who is giving you instruction, and there is a nice here assignment in Vargas in Vedic astrology, because we have a D20 and D24. These are special additional Varga charts. And D20 is a chart which is talking about your spiritual practice. Brihat Parashara Horashastra speaks about Upasana for D20, so the practice. And we have then D24. This is our academics. So there we have this bachelor, this master's, the PhD, things like that. It's incredible how it works with the timing system, even in the actual times when those academical structures are definitely different, but still those essential hierarchy apply also to the current times, and then we can make value of those charts. Aparavidya is a knowledge which is related to more not super spiritual topics, which are called paravidya. So paravidya, we could say, is like a Veda and Vedanta. Again, is in D20, and aparavidya, which is more practical knowledge, would be in the D24, and this is related also to a siksha guru. Now there is, I would say, a special place for Jyotisha here, because aparavidya, or knowledge which is more practical, could be related to also things like music or vastu or dancing or things like martial arts. There are many types of vidya. But Jyotisha is a special branch of knowledge, the Vedic astrology, because it is, I would say, a little bit in the middle, because the object of knowledge is quite spiritual. We are talking about the karma, we are talking about the tattva, gunas. So when you are reading the chart, you are like swimming in all those abstract knowledge. Even if you are doing the predictions for material things like marriage or a career life, still you are as I said, diving in those very abstract spiritual concepts. Not to mention that you can also predict things of a spiritual nature using those spiritual charts like Navamsha and Devim Shamsa. So therefore, also if we notice the place of Vedic astrology in that whole scheme of text, we have the Vedanta, which is the end of knowledge, just for mukti. Then we also have the 4 Vedas, and then we also have the Vedanga, which is below the Veda. And the Vedangas were tools which are helping us to understand or assisting in Veda itself. So therefore, it is very close to spiritual topics. Therefore, I would say it's in the middle. Also, it has to do with the ontology. Just small reminder, if you like me to help you understand your Vedic chart, astrological chart, the Rasi, Navamsha, all the Vargas, and see in what timing you are, which planet are now active, the Dasha system, and providing the best remedy to enhance the best part of your chart and also to block the negatives, then you can find the link in the description of Vedic astrology. So the way of what is the object of the knowledge itself, right? As we said many times, there are the symbols, then we have this ideas or energies, and then we have this these ideas and energies could be related to Indian philosophy. Then if you are living in the Western world, maybe you are translating that to Western concepts, and then you translate that to more tangible, unitary or individual things which you can name, which you can see, you can perceive with the senses. So this is the translation, how it goes from the symbols in the Vedic chart to the prediction. You need to go through that sometimes 4 types of translation. So in each of this translation, you can commit mistakes. There may be some problem. You are either badly see the symbol, right? Like in Parivartana, you are looking at the wrong planet. And then even if you caught properly the yoga, you may assign a bad idea or energy to it. No? Like, for example, you can see the yoga in the wrong way. It may be different yoga, or some yoga may dominate. You were thinking that this yoga will dominate, but it was the otherwise. And then the biggest problem is how to translate those ideas, because there will be many, many ideas on different levels, and you need to unify all of those meaning into one prediction, because the client want to have that conclusion which is coming from that mix of those many ideas on different levels. So also when we are talking about Guru Purnima, this is the 9th house, and this is the Jupiter. So first, when we talk about the challenges to learning in that epistemological framework of guru-shishya, then we have people who will have weak or afflicted Jupiter. That may be some kind of challenge. But when it comes to our attitude problem, then the 3rd and 9th, when there will be some affliction in the D1 or D9 or D20, D24, then in that world, because these are different worlds, there will be some challenge for you to learn under the guru. Right? You may totally leave. If the Saturn has something to do with the 9th house or 9th lord, you may totally leave that person. If there will be Rahu and Ketu in D1 or D9, 3rd and 9th, then there will be some kind of doubt creeping in. There is also other type of unhealthy approach from the other side. Maybe we'll talk about this when we will talk about the different division of related to the Pisces and Sagittarius. So when we talk about the 9th house, this is the Sagittarius, right? This is the also a place when we are talking about the Dharma and Rita, which is the values, rules, and order, some type of structure, which is the sun. So sun is about, just like bones are about the structure, and Jupiter gives the meaning and direction through the rules, right? So these rules, like etiquette, like institution of knowledge, they are just to sustain the spontaneous transmission of knowledge. So to make that spontaneous thing more long-lasting, we are building those institutions, we are building those ways to make it in proper way, which will also respect and value that knowledge, also the place from where it comes, and that whole process, right? We give credit to this whole spectrum of elements. And for that, we need the institution. And now we are going to the other sign of Jupiter, which is the Pisces. Pisces is more about spirituality, because there is also Ketu. So we have this religion in the 9th house, and some rules and values, and the guru and the teacher, and we have 12th house of spirituality. So there will be people who will say, oh, I like spirituality, but I don't like this religion, I don't like this guru, these rules. They may have some form of authoritative trauma, and they may throw away the whole Sagittarius philosophy. the whole guru thing, and they will try to do the ekalavya. They try to do it alone. This may come from some childhood trauma also, from families when the son was, which is the father, was not there, so there was no proper model. These problems could also appear. And then we have those libertarian and authoritative things, which are, when we think about the Sagittarius and Pisces, automatically this axis, right? There is this political compass or the views compass. We have the left and right, but also the another axis is authoritative and libertarian, right? So this Pisces will more be close to that libertarian approach, and this Sagittarius is more about this authoritative when they are institution. So for both those places, there will be this unhealthy offspring. For libertarian, we will have that Saturn and Rahu, which is the doubt, which can even go into that primitive way of approach, like we have the anarcho-primitivism and those philosophical movements going in that direction. And in the authoritarian, we can also go extreme, like to Mars and Ketu, which could be like fascism or extreme authoritarianism and things like that. When we are having no doubting, we are just blind followers, right? So there are chances to exploit both of these philosophical places, and both of these situations can create this trauma. So we may have either unhealthy approach to Sagittarius or unhealthy approach to Pisces. But the thing is that we need to understand the healthy function of a Sagittarius, because if we understand what are the principles behind all those rules of respect and gratitude and this approach to this hierarchical epistemological way of learning, then we will also, that will be good for us. This is the safest, most effective way to learn through that guru-shishya tradition. Therefore, it's sustained for so many times. Also in the West, whenever I have noticed, we have these three things. There is value in something, there is some subtle object of knowledge, like it could be either taste in art, it could be skill in sports, or it can be something subtle knowledge like in psychology or spirituality. Then always there will be the mentor, always there will be a guide, always there will be some institution, or you will have some senior worker, right? There is no way that it will work in a super open source and a democratic way. This is also an important thing to understand, that maybe this will also lower your expectation for good. That should be like that your spiritual teacher and your astrological teacher, they are totally different people. Your astrological teacher cannot be, or it's not your spiritual teacher, because there is Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru. The astrological teacher is never your Diksha Guru. It's not like your spiritual master. He is teaching you the Jyotisha, but it's also a spiritual topic because it belongs to the Vedanga. Okay, guys, that's it for today. If you would like to watch how to learn in the most effective way, then please consider watching this one.